man. It makes me mad to know all these offshore criminal bankers are taking over. Hey, when a corporation has a hostile corporate takeover of another corporation, do they lay the people off? Do they fire them? Do they steal pension funds? Of course. Oh, but there wouldn't be a global government move by the corporations to take over governments. Oh, no, they don't want control of governments where they can set all the rules and have the cloak of government legitimacy around them to carry out their crimes. No. Well, that's exactly what the New World Order is, and it's happening. And I'm angry because I got a wife and 3 children, and I don't like seeing this happen. And I don't have some high view of myself. I know I'm just an average person. That's why I can't get why so much of the public who's being raped by this doesn't get angry and doesn't get focused and doesn't take action. We're under attack. All right, hold on. Got a bunch of news coming up next hour and a special guest, but let's go to your calls. Loaded phone lines. We'll give each caller 1 minute. Delilah in Ohio, you're on the air worldwide.
Hi, Alex. Thank you for taking my call.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, I basically have my entire family living out there in California. And
which is totally collapsing with that Nazi thug running everything.
Yeah. Could you please give me some clue or idea of what to expect? Because I really believe California is going to be the first one to fall. So if you could give me some type of idea of how this is going to play out.
It's going to fall like luscious dominoes right into the Rothschild Rockefeller hands. And everybody's going to beg the government, oh, you did this to us. Give us more world government. Take more of our jobs. We'll do whatever you say. We'll turn our neighbors in. And they'll go, okay, here's some SWAT teams. They'll taser you. That'll fix it. They'll go, thank you. I mean, you know that. I mean, it's the pimp game. They want to be raped. Man, I'm sorry. I'm just very angry. Number one, when I call Schwarzenegger a Nazi, he told Rolling Stone in 1977, I want to be worshipped like Hitler at Nuremberg, and I admire Hitler. His father was an SS officer who took people to their deaths on record. Schwarzenegger openly wore Nazi uniforms and handed out Hitler records and screamed at the black people in gyms on record, down with the blacks, you're subhuman trash. Arnold Schwarzenegger's a gun-grabbing, New World Order-promoting piece of trash, and he was designed to go in there and to sucker the people of California to take over. So he's meant to bankrupt things by design. Then the feds come in. They're going to grab the 222 camps, the government facilities, the national parks. They're going to arrest any homeless people and forcibly put them in camps. That's already happening in Sacramento. I sent our cameras there. And the feds are just going to federalize it and just further have total federal control, which itself, the feds are controlled by offshore banks. The states are to be bankrupt with these unfunded federal mandates and all the free health care for the illegal aliens. It's all working like a charm. Only Americans would let some foreign piece of trash, Nazi un-American piece of garbage be their governor. So California wants to collapse. They're trendy liberals. They're trendy. They love collapsing. Does that answer your question, ma'am?
Yes, it does. So basically what you're saying then is to expect the dominoes to start falling with California, and it's just going to domino from there.
And the feds then will get to grandstand as the saviors, fixing everything they engineered. Exactly. The country is in total foreign bank receivership to the banks that engineered the crisis that we gave all our money to, quote, restart the economy. You understand when we gave the foreign banks $14.8 trillion, according to Bloomberg, that we have to pay interest on the free money we gave them?
I don't understand how people cannot be outraged.
Oh, there's no future. It's absolutely destroyed. It's all over. Look, ma'am, I appreciate your call. Let me tell you why I'm so mad. I'm running on the treadmill last night, and guess what is on television? I'm watching, what's the show with the guy that used to have Politically Incorrect? Bill Maher's stupid show. What's the name of it? Real Time with Chicken Neck. Yeah, Real Time with Fake Liberal. Real Time with Know-It-All, New World Order minion. I'm watching Real Time with Chicken Neck, and he's sitting up there acting real smart and saying one line a minute, reading off a teleprompter, and he's got Opie on there. Ron Howard. And Ron Howard talks about how, well, America is over and we're going to collapse now and no longer be the superpower, but that's kind of the way it's meant to be. And, see, this is what a globalist would say. Oh, well, America had it good too long. America had to be put in line. Yeah, we're not going to be like we were before. Why? Why are all the industry gone? Why are all the jobs gone? Because we let foreign banks take us over and move the industry offshore as a tool of control and get us deep in debt. Deep in debt that's all made up. It's a fraud. And I've listened to NPR. They're always like, America's had it good too long. I heard this 10 years ago. And there's going to be a world collapse, and that'll teach us not to have a high standard of living. And the carbon tax will teach us to live in our means. And everybody's trained. Oh, I better not use too much water. Oh, I better not use plastic bags. Oh, humans are bad. The government tells me. We're like a nation of third graders that line up to ask permission to go to the bathroom. Except the third grade teacher is a SWAT team commander with a taser and a German shepherd in a black uniform with acid dripping out of his mouth, just ready to rip your head off and do you know what to your skull. Ah, not me. I'm not a slave. I know tyranny when I see it. You just go ahead and you go ahead and yell and scream about your stupid sports and feel manly and tough. I actually get upset about real things like being conquered by offshore banks. David in Austin, you're on the air.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
All right. I'm disagreeing with you about something.
Well, don't worry. Everything's wonderful then.
I don't disagree with you about very much, but I heard you say this last week or last week before last that you didn't care what homosexuals did as long as they didn't molest children in the privacy of their home. And that's what I disagree with you. If you've ever studied much Oriental philosophy, especially Taoism, you realize that yin and yang produce harmful vibrations in the spiritual plane, and yin by itself and yang by itself produce harmful vibrations in the spiritual plane.
Well, sir, you missed what I was saying. You missed what I was saying. My thing is, I don't have some hang-up. I don't hate people. Okay? I don't hate somebody that wants to have sex with a donkey, but I don't particularly like it. Okay? I have my taste. And so the issue is that a lot of those people are trying to force their taste on everybody. They don't need to have any sex education for third graders, much less homosexual or heterosexual. That's my whole point. And I was pointing out that a lot of the kids stolen by CPS are given to the gay and lesbian families, and they're hunting us like Planet of the Apes with their CPS riding in on horses, and we're running through the cornfield, and they're beating us over the head, and I'm sick of it, and it isn't because of what they're doing in their bedroom. Stay out of my lives. Leave me alone, you control freaks. Just because you can't reproduce, don't try to kidnap our kids. And I talked about how almost every family court judge is one of these people, and they sit up there, and they're the big womb, the big family judge. The gay and lesbian families, they go to them to get kids. And then the big magic judge says, I'm the big magic, shaved head commander woman. And I supply you the kids. Now bring in the poor Christian family. Give me those daughters and little boys. I'm the big mama. Here, I give birth to them and I give you the CPS children. See, they're the big fire of Moloch. They sit up there on their big giant altar, and they steal our kids and then hand them over to the other people. And they go, you're magic, judge. You can produce children. You understand? That's how this works. And that's what I was saying. And I don't want to hear it that, oh, you just don't like gays and lesbians. I don't even care what you're doing. The whole point is, stop trying to steal people's kids. You understand me? And for anybody out there that doesn't know about this, you need to go check it out for yourselves and go to the family court. That's how it works. And maybe these gays and lesbians don't know where most of the kids they're getting came from, but they came from people that had their kids jacked at the hospital. Oh, mama had some marijuana in her blood. Doesn't matter if it's a false positive third of the time. We're going to go ahead and take their kid. And it's not just the gays and lesbians that want the kids. It's also other people adopting kids. You should know where these kids are coming from. That's why women shouldn't have all these abortions. Did you know there are more people wanting to adopt each year than there are abortions in the United States? People want these kids. So we kill the babies instead of having the women just give them up for adoption to families. That's why they won't ever let you know where an adopted kid came from. Because in fact, Google this right now. It was in BBC yesterday that they're taking the children of families in China that have more than one baby and selling them to U.S. and European families. A lot of these little Asian kids were stolen from their mothers. I guess that's good, too. And I'll get an email saying, why don't you like Chinese people? It has nothing to do with Chinese people. I'm against those Chinese people having their kids taken But see, that's all multicultural fake liberalism is I say, hey, the sun's a little hot out here today, and they go, oh, I didn't know you were a racist. Or, oh, I don't like Obama seizing the entire economy for foreign banks. Oh, you don't like the black man. It's all a bunch of bull. It's all a cop-out. Ah! I am mad, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fired up.